Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, brought to you by big4accountingfirms.com and the Big Four Accounting Firms YouTube channel. Before we get started, just wanted to remind everybody to support us if you have a chance or if you can. Even $1 helps, and we have a link in the description to a website called Buy Me a Coffee. It's just a way to donate to us and support us. Again, any amount is helpful so that we can keep putting out content. And there's also other ways for you to support us in the show notes to this podcast or on YouTube in the description. In today's podcast, we're going to be discussing some news regarding Deloitte. Now, Deloitte has made tons of acquisitions in the past year, including the latest acquisition, and a great website has compiled all of them as it relates to the IT service provider market, which Deloitte is a big contributor now because of their consulting practices. And the website is called channele2e.com, and I'll include a link in the show notes to this podcast. And Channel E2E ranks Deloitte in the top 250 for cloud service providers and the top 250 for cybersecurity providers. And that's obviously because they're consultants. Deloitte's advisory line of service, they offer cybersecurity services, and they also offer cloud service, because when somebody implements cloud service, they need somebody to come in and install it. And Deloitte's already in the largest businesses around the world, so it's easier for people to have Deloitte go and install cloud services. The entrepreneurs that build cloud solutions try and partner with Deloitte to have them sell it to the clients. And the acquisitions in 2020 are as follows. And again, I'll be including a link to this in the show notes. So Deloitte first acquired SecurePath in January of 2020. And this is a semantic and FireEye partner in Malaysia. The next one they acquired was in March 2020, and this was Zimbani. And this was for information security services. And they acquired a firm called DNM in June of 2020. And that is an Irish cloud consultancy and managed service provider for Amazon Web Services migrations. And in August of 2020, Deloitte acquired Keytree, and they are an SAP cloud partner and a managed service provider. And the latest one that they acquired is HashedIn, and they just acquired them in December of 2020. And HashedIn is a software as a service software development firm for Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Confluent, Salesforce, and Redis Labs cloud deployments. So, for example, that last one we just talked about, all of those are cloud services. And Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure don't actually have a bunch of people that implement it. And maybe they do, but Deloitte has way more, because the Deloitte Advisory Services has people that only do this, and they have huge teams. And these teams are huge teams of experienced professionals that are used to having clients and interfacing with them. Whereas somebody from Amazon or Microsoft might be more of a tech person, and they might not be used to dealing with the client face-to-face, where people at Deloitte are used to doing that. So I just thought I'd share that with you, because it's this great website that's tracking all of these acquisitions made by Deloitte. And it's important now because Deloitte and the other Big Four accounting firms are doing this all the time. And then the next interesting news story that I saw was that Deloitte Legal in Spain is going to teach lawyers about tech. And it's an article on law.com, and it stated that Deloitte is going to be training lawyers about cloud computing, natural language programming, and cryptography. And they're going to be doing this for their lawyers in Spain. And these courses will include material from Harvard University. So there's a partnership with Harvard University in here, and they're teaching lawyers about technology, because many lawyers become lawyers from liberal arts. They aren't big tech junkies. They're not into technology. They're not into the sciences. That's why they become lawyers. So they aren't very familiar with technological solutions to do their work. And law has tons of information in it, tons of data. And the Big Four have already embraced technology in all of their lines of service. So it makes sense for Deloitte to teach technological solutions to their legal practice line of service. So as you see from the news stories today, Deloitte is getting more and more involved in technology and cloud services, and it's more important for you as professionals to learn this information. So that's the update for today. To stay up to date, make sure to subscribe to this podcast so that we can put out more content. You should try to financially contribute to the Buy Me a Coffee link in the show notes to this podcast. If you can't do that, then subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure to like this video on there. Thanks for listening.